I've looked at some of the things that Kyocera has done most recently, like for instance, a few years ago, when you introduced the 15,000. When we were doing one of our production pieces in September, and we talked to Visual Edge, and they were pretty much almost 100% devoted to Xerox, with the exception of the 15,000 from Kyocera. So obviously I said, why take that machine with with everything that Xerox was providing at the time that you were totally happy with? He said nothing like the 15C because it's a killer for education. I said, really? He said, yeah, it's inkjet. And he said, we can go in and pitch an MPS program to a university. We talk about the 15,000, boom, it's in. So, can you share anything with us about on the production side? Anything that we'll be expecting to see soon?
We are very happy with the 15,000C. We've been market leaders according to IDC for the last 4 or 5 years. In calendar year 2025, the total market of cutsheet-inkjet, where this product actually plays, showed a market of total number of units of 141, and we hold a market share of over 40%, which is something to be happy with. Of course, we want more, but it is true in education is playing very well because it is very reliable. You know that in education you don't want to have downtime, so this device does not require almost any service at all. The print volume capacity is even more than 2 million a month. So that and it does not require a lot of maintenance for that. Basically, not at all maintenance. What is important is we've seen this traction in the market. We've seen this good traction, and we are enhancing the platform now, right? We call it a platform. It's not just one device. So now we are bringing accessories. That's something that our dealers they requested us. Okay, why you don't put more accessories to make the device even better, right? So last year we launched the booklet maker with Plockmatic, and now this year we have 3 new accessories that we are launching. We are launching the roll to cut paper feeder. So for all these environments where they don't want to fill in the stacker with more paper, so you just have the roll to cut and you just run the device. We are also introducing an inline punch perforation accessory, and also a cover feeder and inserter, which is that the 15,000C is really nice, but you cannot print with very thick paper and glossy paper. So for all these environments where you want to do like booklets or you want to insert a glossy paper, you can now do that. You can print that in a different device, and then you can insert that piece of paper in the 15,000C. So that's great. So we keep growing the platform. Also now in this year, we are announcing two new devices, which it's not a new device. It is the same device, but with more capacity. So we have the launch of what we call the tandem, which is basically 2 engines of the 15,000C put together. That basically is for a high print volume environments. This device is going to offer 292 ppm per minute. And then we are also launching a mono device. So 15,000C is a color device. We are launching a mono device. In the US market, out of 4 color units in inkjet, 1 of them is mono. So there's still a 25% of the market that they only print in mono. So we saw an opportunity there. Of course, it's not a huge market, but there's an opportunity there, and we are launching that product there.
Well, it's obvious to me anyway that it's going to be successful. And how could I say that? Kyocera has been winning the A3, A4 award at our gala for how many years now?
I think A4 has been 8 years.
So if the dealers think you're the best, who am I to argue with them? And then, of course, you're coming out with this whole new product line, which should be very interesting in terms of, how it impacts the business. And hopefully it does that in a very positive way. Because what we hear from people who are in the warehouse business that recover machines from leases, they typically would retract those machines that are saleable as used machines, and the leasing companies are fine with it, and they can make some extra money. They said that market is gone because dealers themselves are not returning those machines to the leasing company. They're paying what they have to pay and selling used machines in place of new machines.
Yeah, that's something we are seeing in the market, especially. I mean, A4, the residual value of the devices is lower and lower, there's no business out of that. Yeah, you're right.
Well, the advantage, and not to overstate it, of inkjet is very simple. It's far more efficient, and from a standpoint of cost, it's a lot less expensive than toner. So that in itself is significant, particularly at this time.
Yeah, that's a good point, Frank. And we know that in the past, quality was not there, so laser quality was very good and much better than inkjet. And also products were not so reliable in the past. It is true there are less moving pieces, but technology was not there, just to put it simple. I think now, especially our technology, I think we have done a very good job with the inkheads. But overall, the product is performing very, very well, and I think now that we have that technology, it's just a matter of expanding to other applications.
Well, all I can say is keep it up, because seriously, you know how I feel about your company. I've always gotten along real well, particularly with the Japanese, and that's what we need to see. We need to see companies, come out with products that have some leg to them and have some future, and to reinstill a faith in the dealers that this is an industry that has manufacturers that are not going away, and they're going to continue to provide products that are competitive and hopefully profitable.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there is a market there, so of course, I mean, we cannot deny the reality that the printing volumes are going down, especially in metropolitan areas where after COVID there is more remote work, but the market is still quite considerable, and there are also new demands and new needs in that market, like printing on the cloud, like workflows, document management, document archiving, OCRs. So that is the whole ecosystem is bringing new opportunities, and I think we as manufacturers, dealers, as the main channel to sell these products, we really need to reinvent ourselves and being able to offer the solutions that the customers are required, right? But we cannot deny that the market is there, especially for us. And Frank, we want to grow. We want to be bigger in the market. Our market share is still limited, and we want more. So we see a lot of potential for growth.
Great to see you, Jose. My best to Oscar.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you very much.